Hi you guys. Well, today I'm going to work on my front and rear bumper. As you can see, I have some chips and some rub-on scratches and some paint rubbed on it. So I want to get it to where it looks decent looking. Now before you start commenting on this video, I just want to tell you I'm not going to do it like a body and fender guy to get it to where it looks perfect. All I'm going to do is sand the chips, rub it with some lacquer thinner, get it to where it's fairly flat, and I'm going to go ahead and order some paint and have it put in an aerosol can so I can just spray it with an aerosol can. It's not going to look perfect. I guarantee you if you didn't see it being done this way, you would never notice the difference. It's going to look a lot better than what it was. I'm going to do all this for less than 30 bucks. So the first thing I'm going to do is sand the chips with some 220, then some 300 grit sandpaper. You can use some wet and dry sandpaper if you like. All I'm doing is sanding it as flat as possible. Again, I'm not getting it super perfect. Once you're done sanding it with the 220 and 300, wipe everything down with some lacquer thinner. Get it nice and clean so there's no grease or oil film on there. You want a nice clean surface. You'll quickly notice that the lacquer thinner will take off some of the rubs and marks and paint that you have on your bumper. Even though I washed the bumper, you can see the grease and grime that's on the rag. Now with the putty knife, what we're going to do is separate the plastic guard here from the bumper and insert some blue masking tape so we don't get any paint on this black plastic. All you do is just slip the putty knife in between to open it up, and then slide the masking tape in between it, then just fold it over. Here's a better close-up on how I do the corner there. If you notice, I've got some blue tape on the fender there so we don't get any overspray on the fender. You want to do that to both sides. Here's an overall shot of all the masking tape that I put on it. Got it on that plastic top bumper part and the two ends of the fender. And of course the two license plate lights. And the spare tire jack door. Here's the premix custom color that they got from my glove box. There's a number on here. I'm not too sure which one they looked at. But you're going to go to an automotive paint store, and the guy will come out and look in your glove box and get that number. And what he's going to do, he's going to mix some paint based on the number that he got from the glove box. One can of this aerosol custom mix paint is going to run you about 26 bucks. Once he mixes the paint, he's going to go outside and apply some paint on the body to see how close the color matches, and at that point he'll make some adjustments. Once done, he's going to go ahead and put it in an aerosol can. Okay, now that I got my custom color, let's start spray painting. One of the most important things you want to remember is when you're spraying is to constantly move the can left to right. Never stop, otherwise you're going to have a blob of paint and it's going to drip. All I'm doing right now is going to put one light coat, let it dry for about 30 minutes and then come back and put a second coat until the chip disappears and I get the color that I want. This looks 100% better than what it was. You can barely notice there was previous damage there before. Okay, let's take off all the masking tape. Now let's snap in the spare tire jack cover. When I bought my Denali, I got it for a good price. The problem was it didn't have some parts, and this is one of them. I found one at a junkyard. As you can see, it needs some cleaning. This stuff that I'm using works really good. If you want to know what it is, go ahead and click on the upper right hand corner there, and I have a video of what this stuff is. All I have to do once I've got it detailed is to go ahead and snap it into the bumper. Wow, what a difference. It looks great. Do you remember what I started with? Well, this is the before. And here's the after. Well, I think it came out pretty good. Alright, so let's start working on my front bumper. This one should be pretty quick. We're going to do the same thing. Wipe it with some lacquer thinner. let the lacquer thinner dry. We're going to start out with some 220, then sand with some 300, and then go ahead and start painting. Start out with 3 light coats. Wow, this also came out pretty good too. Here's a side-by-side what it looked like before and after. Wow, I'm really surprised. I'm happy the way it looks. I'm glad I did it, and it cost me less than 30 bucks in about 3 hours worth of time. So if you got a lot of chips and scratches, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very informative. Please check out my other how-to videos. Oh, and check out my new website. There's new items being put in there every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye.